Hey everybody, it's September 1st, 2012, and it's time for football season again. Go Horns, and I'm from LSU, so go Tigers. Hope both of y'all teams do good. I've got a new toy for the kitchen, and I thought I would share it. I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting to do some sausage and stuff for a while and make my own hamburger meat, so this is a commercial grade meat cutter / grinder. Let me get all of it in there. There you go. It's a Thunderbird food chopper is what it's called. I call it a meat grinder, but it's made by Thunderbird. It's a TB-300E as in Echo, and 1 horsepower. It's pretty big. That's my hand right in front of it here. That's a nice size little grinder. Not quite sure what all this stuff does yet, but I'm still learning about it. But so far, I've got this piece right here that slides in. I've got the auger, got a little auger here that drives the meat through. This cap fits over the end of this, and also I got these cutting plates. Now the Thunderbird only came with these 2 plates. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Came with these 2 plates, the 2 smaller plates. I think they're 1/8. I think that's 3/16. I'm not sure. But they've also got a 1/4, half, and some other oddball one inside. And this one is the one used for sausages and stuff. Now again, I said the Thunderbird came with these 2. I went up to my local Academy store and I got these others. They were like 20 bucks a piece. This is a number 12. They have different sizes. I think number 5, number 8, number 10, number 12, number 22, and that just simply means the size of the throat right here, the diameter. I think these are 2 1/4, 2.5 inch across there, which is the number 12. But anyway, I just thought I'd share this with y'all. Let me get me a little close up here so y'all can see the different grinding plates. All right, let's see if we can assemble this bad boy here. It's got this screw here. Oh, come on now. There we go. It's got this screw that fits in this. See this little dimple? This right here, it's got a little point on it right there. It just fits down in there and kind of locks this thing in place when you stick this in here. And it's got a pin that lines up down here with this thing right here. This little pin right here. There you go. How about that? Oh, ain't that pretty? Thunderbird. Can you see that? There you go. Anyways, that lines up in there. This is kind of like just a set screw. Just again locks it in place. And this is a 1 horsepower motor. I fired it up a couple of times. I did ground some beef with it. Does a wonderful job. All right, here's the auger. There you go. You see it's a little bit wider down at this end where you feed the meat than it is down here. That goes in, and it's got a square on the back here. That square just locks into the motor itself. The motor has a female receptacle on the end, and I'm going to do some grinding for sausage, so I'm going to take this larger plate right here. And I don't know if I think I mentioned earlier, this Thunderbird came with 2 different grinding plates and 2 cutters. These are the cutters. They look like little stars, but these are the cutters, and the cutters mesh flush with the grinding plate like that. Like that, see? That's how they cut. But anyways, I went up to the local Academy, and I like the LEM. Probably can't see this on here. Back away just a little bit, but anyway, Academy actually marks or stamps their stainless steel. It says this is a number 12 size, and over here it says 10 millimeter. which I believe is, I don't know what that is, man. That's pretty big though, maybe a ½ inch, maybe a little bit less. Anyways, this it's got a little dimple inside here, and the LEM plates definitely fit this Thunderbird. It's got a little notch on the side here that matches up with this little notch right here. You can see that. There you go. See a little. There you go. Put it against the backdrop there. Anyway, it's got a little dimple right there. There you go. Anyway, matches up in there, and that's just going to ride loose right there. But you know what I did forget? And I'm filming and everything too, ain't I? Anyway, I forgot my little cutter. That's why I had it out a while ago. And the cutter goes, again, the flat side of the cutter, flat side that's on my hand, faces the grinding plate. So you want to sit this on where the thick side is towards the motor. So that's what I'm doing. And it, again, it has a square spot in it, and it locks right in there. So that blade, again, is fitting right flush against that grinding plate. Then we throw on this thing right here. Make sure I don't cross thread it. And this doesn't need to be really tight, just kind of hand tight. There you go. And the tray that all of the meat goes into. It's a pretty nice tray that this thing comes up with, probably like 14 inches or so. And it's got a, come up a little bit here. There you go. It's got a little bolt here that screws into the top of the motor with a locking nut, and that helps support the tray. The tray rests on here, and the throat of the tray goes down into the throat of this thing. So it goes just like this, like that. And then that tray has a spot to sit on so that it's not all messed up. All right, well, let's fire this baby up and see what it looks like. Oh, I gotta plug it in. That's right, always remember, when you're messing around with this stuff, leave the plug out of the wall. You don't want power going to it. Now we got some power. There you go. It's not too awful loud. And again, this is a 1 horsepower motor. I would have expected it to be louder than that. It's nice. I like it. It doesn't have a reverse feature, but going forward, it'll kick some butt. I think it's rated for 8 to 12 pounds of meat per minute, something along those lines. So anyway, I got some pork shoulder and a little bit of sirloin beef. I'm fixing to grind up on this coarse grind. I think, like I said, I think that's quarter inch plate right there. I'm gonna do a coarse grind. I plan on making some sausage. Not quite sure I'll show it, but I do have some natural hog casings that I am soaking in some warm water because they're packed in salt. So I'm gonna do some grinding here shortly, and some of it I may show you, some of it I may not. We'll see. All right, everybody, I've got 10 pounds of meat, and I've cut them into strips. I've had them in the freezer for about an hour, so they're nice and chilled. They're not frozen by any means, but they are nice and cold, and that helps with the grinding. I've got 7 pounds, or approximately 7 pounds of pork butt, Boston butt, that I've cut and sliced, and also I've got about 3 pounds of beef sirloin steak, a full-size steak. But I've cut it also, so I've got equal size pieces here pretty much. I'm leaving the fat attached, so we'll have a little moisture in the ground product. And hopefully y'all can hear me over this, but I'm fixing to start grinding up some of this meat here. It's about 10 pounds total meat. So here we go. See again, just long, see if y'all can see that. See, just long strips of meat here. Putting them down in there. When they're long like that, the auger down there will automatically start pulling it through. This thing just chews up this meat. Gotta love it. Hopefully I got a big enough tray there. Beginning to wonder. All right, there we go. That's 10 pounds of meat. Not quite sure how long that took, but it wasn't very long, was it? Nice coarse grind. That looks like chili meat right there. Gotta love it. All right, so there we go. I'll turn this off, and what I'm gonna do is freeze this a little bit more. And then I'm going to start adding some seasonings to it. That was awesome, wasn't it? That was cool. All right, we'll be back. I'm loving this. Hey, I'm sitting here washing these parts off, and I noticed they were cold from the cold meat that was in the freezer going through it while I was grinding. I wonder, these are stainless steel. We could freeze these parts, the auger, the plates, the little cap on the end. Now we're talking. That'll keep the meat even colder. All right, so we're gonna grind up this meat a little finer here before I stuff it into some sausages. All right, so I'm gonna wash. I've already got them rinsed out, these hog casings, natural hog casings. So I'm just gonna throw some water in here. And they were salted, preserved in salt, so I'm just going to rinse some water through here. Do this a couple times, then we'll be ready to stuff them. All right, I got my sausage stuffer on here, and I did coat this a little bit with oil. And we're going to see if we can load up some of these hog casings on here. And this is my first time, so just bear with me here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it anyway. My hand's greasy because that's the one I used for the rub the oil. Hang on a second, here we go. All right. Go. All right, so I'm gonna finish loading the rest of this. We'll be right back. All right, I got my hog casing on my my filler tube there, and now I'm going to add in some water and some marjoram and salt and pepper. This is cold water, by the way. It's my seasonings. Get out of there. There we go. Hang on, I can't let them go. A little bit extra water ain't gonna hurt anything. There we go. Now, we're gonna mix all this up, and then we're gonna throw it in a hopper up here, and we're gonna stuff it. All right, now what we wanna do is turn this thing on, and we wanna feed the ground meat through here until it starts to come out, and that'll get any air pockets out of the way. So let's do that. Now it's coming out. Okay. Now we got some coming out. Alright, so now that we have some coming out, what we need to do is tie an end onto this hog casing. Put that back in there. Let's see if I can do that real quick here. There we go. Alright, pull it back up so the knot's up against the thingamajiggy here. And let's go to town. Stuff us some sausages. Oh, let me get the round pan over here so we can put them in. There you go. Alright. Alright, so here's the end of one. Just squeeze that back in there. Squeeze a little bit more in there. There we go. Let me show you. Look at that. That's pretty stuff. Hey everybody. It's gotten hot. I made the sausage links, which I have right here. There you go. They're not uniform, but my first try, they're not too bad. Anyway, I thought I'd try maybe putting a couple on the grill here. They've been in the fridge for a couple of hours. See, there you go. And yeah, not bad for my first try, huh? I don't think so. Alright, come on now. Alright, individual sausages. Fresh sausage. Made by my own hands. On my own grill. Which I didn't make with my own hand. But still, it's cool. There you go. How about that? Well, wrong way. Still getting used to this camera thing. Come on. There we go. That's some pretty sausages right there. Because I'm going to throw in a couple of ribeyes. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see them ribeyes right there? I got one natural, which is this one. That's the natural. That's the prime. Anyway, just thought I'd cook up a couple ribeyes for me and the wife. While I had the grill going, I thought I'd show you what my sausage looks like. Alright, got a little wind blowing, so I ain't sure how good y'all can hear me. I don't have my mic on. But my sausages are clumping up really nice. Don't know if y'all can see them or not. Let me see. See? There's one side. Oh, there's the other side. There you go. See? They're really clumping up though. Steaks, I just turned them over. There's that the natural steak. That's Karen's. There's my my prime ribeye right there. Both of these are ribeyes. Anyway, just keeping you up. See what's going on. Hey, while I'm waiting for these steaks to cook, Karen planted some elephant ears over here behind this tree, and they're really getting huge. I want to show y'all what they look along here. Nice and big. Very nice. Anyway. And check that out. Hey, like that's a flamingo right there. You ever seen a flamingo that big? I don't know that I have. Oh, sorry about that. That's a big old flamingo right there. Anyway, I'll y'all like that.